and let's talk about Sonic the Hedgehog 2. As you can see in the image here, Sonic the Hedgehog 2 involves more than just Sonic. It's not your run-of-the-mill Sonic movie. Of course, this is the second movie, and they're bringing in new characters. We saw some characters pop up toward the end of the last one. We've got a bunch of new ones in this movie, and Knuckles, played by Idris Elba, is one of them. So, guys, we have to talk about this movie. This is likely to be the biggest movie at the box office this weekend. What do you guys think about
Yeah.
Sonic the Hedgehog 2?
Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Well, it gives Jim Carrey an opportunity to shine. It really ups the animation value, and what do you expect from a movie of basically pure CGI and silly jokes? Are you taking your kids to see it? Probably. Are you taking your date to see this? Probably not. And you're probably not, walking away with anything really substantial in terms of a message. But
did you just talk in third person?
Me?
You
No.
did.
Actually,
is Andrew gonna walk
well,
out
you know what?
of
If we're gonna do this, all right. When you use you, you're actually using second person. So no, I was talking in second person.
I don't think that's anywho. Yeah, Sonic. It was, don't let the title confuse you. There isn't two hedgehogs. It's actually a hedgehog and a echidna, and Cheetah. And actually, I don't know what the word is, but it's that. It's Knuckles. He's cool. He can punch.
Knuckles.
I mean, it's like, what can you say? Like, I
cool.
I played a little Sonic back in the day. I saw some Easter eggs, and then I had to Google the rest of the Easter eggs because I'm not the biggest fan of Sonic.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't watch the first movie. I just saw the trailer for the first movie, and I was like, all right, cool. I'm caught up.
Yeah, that trailer for the first, well, any comparisons between,
oh my
no,
gosh,
you didn't see it.
I haven't seen it, but I
watched.
heard it was scandalous. The first one was just not very good.
I would have loved to seen the movie if they used that original concept art, because people hated it. The fans were like, this is not Sonic. It was just weird, disgusting. His body, for some reason, didn't fit his head. It was weird.
They went for like this realism kind of an approach, right?
Yeah.
Here's my theory on that whole thing. You can look at that and know that it's not going to test well.
Yeah.
I'm also did it with cats.
Yes, they did it with cats, but they were going for something that actually looked more like the Broadway costumes there, and I saw what they were trying to do with cats.
Okay.
That might have just been, issues with the actual animators. When we're talking about the design and we see its human teeth and these widely, it looked nothing like Sonic. And in the era of nostalgia, that people want to see exactly what they know. So my inkling is that was deliberate negative marketing on the heels of the second Ghostbuster movie, where if you get enough people outraged and talking about it, well, now you've got free marketing. And I don't think that you're going to undo an entire movie's worth of animation, high budget animation, because a bunch of audience members don't know.
They delayed it for a few months.
I'm gonna bring us back to Sonic 2 here for a second, right?
Sure.
Okay.
But to put what you were saying in context, there was a lot of outrage, obviously, and theories be what they are. Maybe, if it could have been on purpose. I mean, I wouldn't put it past them, certainly, and I think there's.
I mean, he didn't even have
to
spikes. He still had the weird hair thing. Continue.
Yeah, but okay. But the movie ultimately, I mean, Max, you said that you heard it wasn't very good, but from everything I've read, because here's the thing, I haven't watched the first Sonic movie, so this was like a bit of out of context for me. But
I meant that I heard there was just so many people were upset with how the first one looked. I don't know if this one is good or not. I haven't seen it, and but Jim Carrey is in it, and we're a big fan of Jim Carrey, so perhaps. I should see it. I don't know.
You should, because it could be his last movie.
I don't think it is going to be his last movie. He was just pointing out, or teasing, or if you're Jim Carrey, manifesting Ace Ventura 3, because that's what Jim Carrey does. He carries around the check for $10 million that his dad gave him, or that he buried it in his. Never mind. You watch the video.
Okay.
He manifested himself into the career that he has. He's really into that head game stuff, and he said, "If I'm blanking on the name now, if
Right when the solo frame got on you too.
I know I'm letting everybody down, he would do Ace Ventura 3 if was it Christopher Nolan
Yeah.
directs it?
It was Nolan.
Yeah, which by the
Wow.
way, totally on board for. But if you could do gritty Ace Ventura with Jim Carrey, you know, treat it like The Dark Knight, but still have him doing what he does, it would be the ultimate Jim Carrey thing where we get this really off the wall character, but with the grit and edginess that Nolan brings to it. But you could also bring some creepy Jim Carrey into it, you know, and then you could get the full gamut of the Jim Carrey experience.
I mean, let's not forget, Jim Carrey is another diverse actor. Like he's played like the number 23 movie.
That's what
a
I'm
very
thinking about. Yeah.
disturbing- yeah. So I could see it.
One of
I
my
don't know if I
favorite.
want it, but I could definitely see the Christopher Nolan Ace Ventura movie.
I could tell you it would be
He can
different.
do it.
It would be
Yeah.
different, and it wouldn't be
Yeah.
a rehashed sequel. And I actually like good on Jim Carrey. That's a good call to show us something familiar, but to totally recontextualize it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, like that's good marketing for him.
I mean,
And-
the first one was always supposed to be like a joke on noir movies. So to actually see it become noir might be a whole like flip reversal. I don't know. I think we're getting sidetracked.
Hey, Roland, let me
oh,
ask you
just-
this. I keep trying to bring us back to this movie in particular. What did you think about Sonic the Hedgehog 2?
Yeah, it was fine. What am I?
Yes.
It's like I try. You know, I said it earlier. Like it's, I wasn't too big of a fan, so I wasn't like my heart wasn't in it. You know what I mean? But it was a kids movie. That's really all I have to say about it. I like Idris Elba. I love Jim Carrey. I grew up on him, so it's
Robotnik?
best.
Yeah.
No,
I don't know if I bought Idris Elba's voice coming out of Knuckles.
yeah.
It takes
Yeah.
a little bit of, it's one of those things where you wouldn't notice it, but then once you know it, you can't not think about it, kind of a thing.
Not hear
But-
it. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Like, look, here's the thing. For me personally, Sonic the Hedgehog is one of those characters from like the Sega, how do you pronounce that?
Sega.
Sega
Saga.
World of Games.
I don't know.
The arcade
Sega.
games from back in the day.
Sega.
And I love those arcade games, but Sonic wasn't like one of those favorites of mine. So that's why I didn't see the first one, because I don't like I don't have to go see this. I can wait for it and to come out and and I don't know, and on Blu-ray, on Netflix, wherever. And then I just never got around to it because there's just so much out there today. But this movie, from what I've heard from the critics, it's not as good as the first.
Hmm.
It is good. It's not as good as the first. Like
Is the
Rotten
sequel
Tomatoes
ever as
ratings
good as
are-
the first?
Huh?
Is the sequel
Yeah.
ever as good as the first?
Well,
The Dark Knight.
Okay.
20 The Dark
Knight.
Knight, 22 Jump Street, Empire
Mm.
Strikes Back.
Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah.
Yay, Jinx.
you go.
Nice.
Guardians of
whole-
the
there's a whole-
Galaxy, Evil
All
Dead.
right.
I mean,
okay.
In
There's
the
a
world
list.
of Stargate, I would contend Stargate Atlantis, following Stargate SG-1, although it's not the same thing. But I'm trying to like get Max.
So yes, we could have just
reaction
said
on that.
yes. I get it. I'm wrong. I'm off
I love
today.
how we all.
I still haven't seen Atlantis, so I
Wow,
cannot, Dan.
that's just
I
not
cannot
cool.
comment on that.
Okay. Well,
I love how Sonic
guys,
is such
Sonic
like
the
a
Hedgehog.
movie that we have
Yeah.
to talk about other movies that we like to make it more enjoyable. This is
Yeah.
amazing.
Well, that should say something about it, right?
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's gonna make a lot of money this weekend. It was on track for like 60 million, I think, at the opening weekend, which is by far the highest. Almost like quintupling what Ambulance is projected to make. So there's that.
Yeah.
And it's a family
fun,
movie. April is a busy month of movies. There's a lot of movies coming
Mhm.
out. This is one of the first. Morbius unfortunately dropped a short while ago. Um, but we're gonna be talking about Ambulance later in the show, and there's also Everything Everywhere All at Once, which we will touch upon as well. But in the meantime, guys, let us know in the comments below, what do you think about Sonic the Hedgehog? Did you like it? Sonic the Hedgehog 2, that is. It is possibly, he's teasing it. Nobody knows for sure, but it could be Jim Carrey's last movie. And if it is, is it the way to go out? And if not, then I guess we'll see him probably back doing Ace Ventura 3 with Christopher Nolan. And
I hope so.
I would watch that any day of the week.
Fingers crossed.